and welcome to Live with Connie. Today, my guest star is Debra with Life Crochet Life and Stuff with Debra. I want to always like mix up the words. And we also have Oscar the kitty. Say hi, Oscar. Or do you want to
He's
say meow meow?
meow meow. He might start meowing after a while because, well, he has to have the attention, don't you? Yes. I'm going to put him
You're a
down
pretty
actually because
boy,
it's hot.
Oscar.
There you go. Good boy.
So I
Well,
want to
his,
welcome. Sorry, I want to
I'll say,
welcome those. I want to welcome those that are watching on replay. And if you are watching on replay, please leave a comment to let us know that you watched on replay. And also feel free to answer any of the questions that we ask on today's live. And let's see. How are you doing today, Deborah?
I am doing all right, settling down after a long work day and just chilling out. And we just finished dinner because I'm on the East Coast. I am, well, not the coast, obviously, but it's after 8 o'clock. So we done it, as we say.
Frank woke me up early this morning. And I don't know what he was thinking. I mean, I know what he was thinking. He was trying not to wake me up, but he decided he was going to go to Walmart to get him some eggs since he was out so he could make his breakfast. Well, I hear the front door shutting, well, the screen door that is, and I'm like, Frank, where are you going? And I'm kind of like at first, okay, what's going on? And I kind of figured out he must have been going to get his eggs, but I noticed he leaves the front door open, and I'm over there like, I don't feel comfortable being asleep with the front door open.
No.
So there I go, and I shut and lock the door. And then like he gets back and it's like he was like, I didn't want to wake you. It's like, no. Shut and lock that door. But I didn't know like if something was wrong at first. And it's kind of like, okay, just go ahead and like wake me up to tell me you're leaving. Because if I wake up, I'm gonna be like, what's going on? More freaked out.
Either that or shut and lock the door. I mean,
Yeah.
we're out in the woods. Well, we don't let Oscar out. He's an indoor baby only. So we have to make sure the door is shut. Of course, one time he fell out of the screen. We had the
Oh.
windows open. It was a screen, it was a window because we're like on a hill. It was one that's not far from the ground. He didn't like fall far, but his little fluffy self was leaned up against the screen and he just kind of pushed it through. And we didn't
Oh.
realize it until we saw him walking past another window. We didn't see him though. All we saw was the top of his tail going by. It's like, wait, that looks like Oscar's tail. Wait, what's he doing outside? So that was a thing. We had to make that screen a little bit more secure.
Yeah, Allie and Sophie are both indoor cats, but Sophie loves to watch, outside the screen door. She'll just perch
Oh,
herself and be looking outside. Let's see, we
and
have
he'll sit by the sliding door all the time. Hey, native wind.
Hey, Margaret, how are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? But yeah, for those two cats of mine, there's something else. And and Allie's just been so clingy. It's like where I go, Allie's there.
Well, this one's almost always clingy. And if we're in different rooms, he'll just go back and forth from room to room to make sure that, he sees what's going on.
And like today, I was trying to knit. I think I got two or three rows done on my beanie, and that was it. And it was just like, come on, cat, I want to knit.
Don't
And
want you to knit, Mama. Want you to pet
and
me.
she'll get mad if I try to move her too. Let's see, Angela's here. How are you doing today, Angela? And she's working on a pair of knitted socks. Awesome.
All you folks that knit, knitting is magic. Of course, I just learned to crochet, so maybe I'll figure out the magic in a few years. Who knows?
I didn't find knitting hard to learn. I found it a lot easier to learn than crochet. But
Really?
because I actually attempted crochet once before, like before I even started loom knitting, and I was lost. And then I finally learned loom knitting. Then I learned knitting, and then I decided to revisit crochet. But I found what made the difference was I had I had one of those promotion subscriptions to Craftsy, and I did
Hmm.
Selena Bacchus lessons, and she's
Oh, okay.
good. She's good. But I found but I found like most of the tutorials like on YouTube, they didn't go in a lot of explanation. Like when it came to turning
That's true.
and counting your stitches and learning to recognize what a stitch looked like.
I
And
just kind of wing it.
and that's one thing with Selena Bacchus tutorials. It was like count those stitches. Like after you did anything, it was like one, two, three.
And that's something I don't like doing. I hate having to count my stitches. I mean, I know I have to for some things that are, that it really matters with. But for other things, I'm just like, whatever.
See, that's one thing. A lot of times in knitting, you don't have to count your stitches per se as much. Like you usually do have to, like for the cast on, or like if you're doing like the fancier knitting, like the lace work and stuff and cables, you will have to count because you'll have like knit two, purl three, yarn over, knit two together. You'll have like all this stuff like that. But a lot of like more basic patterns, you don't have to worry about it as much.
I mean, I understand the concepts of knitting. I just have no idea to make the hands and the yarn work. One thing I don't understand, and all you folks who are knitters are probably going to point and how do the stitch markers work? Because you can't unhook them. So I don't understand. I know if I put a stitch marker on my work, I clip it on, and then when I need to move it or change it or whatever, I clip it off. How do they work for knitting?
You slide it on the knitting needle, but you have to have like you can't just use like any stitch marker because like for instance like the ones that I made with the lobster claps, they're too narrow. Like
Mm-hmm.
it won't fit over the needle. Like the ones that are kind of like safety pins are usually the ones I use for knitting.
But they don't stick to the stitches. I don't understand because, like, when I use a stitch marker, it clips to the stitch itself. So you put yours on the knitting needle. What happens when you, I don't know, go from
You
one
just
side to
slide
the
it when you get to it, like on your next row, you just slide it over.
other? Oh,
And,
okay.
and it confused stitch markers and crochet confused me because I was used to it being on a needle. I'm like, where do you attach the stitch marker? I'm like, oh, you attach it to the yarn? Let's see. Margaret's saying she's doing fine and she's not working on anything right now. And Isla's here. Hi, Isla. How are you doing tonight? And what are you currently working on? And Margaret wants to know if I knitted my beanie. Yes, this is a hat that I knitted last year. And y'all know me, I love my color work.
You are the queen of cute hats, I'm telling you.
Oh, thank you.
You could make up a huge batch of those ones with the candy corn that I saw in your video. Oh, I think you could make a mint with those. That is the cutest like Halloween pattern ever. As far as like some people like they don't do the ghosts and the other stuff, but that's like it's fall and it's candy, you know.
And I know, like, whenever I look online for patterns, with candy corn, I only see the like entire hat being a candy corn, like the one that I wore last week. I think I know I wore my candy corn hat, and at least in the last few weeks. but I never seen anyone do anything with like the color work.
Mm-mm. That was a first for me. I watch while I work a lot of times because I work from home, but it's a home office and I'm on the computer just kind of doing my thing. So I have my phone sitting there playing videos. And I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I totally squeed.
But I did find like when I saw it, whenever I went back and watched the video, the color isn't real true. I don't know why that happens sometimes when you record videos where or take pictures. It's like the coloring is off because it looks more like the orange, yellow, and white.
You can never go by what it shows on any computer or any phone or anything. It just, that's just the nature of lighting and photography and stuff. Most importantly, stuff.
I wish because I was hoping that I could have done that one in the big twist one, but the yellow I had was too light, and the orange I had was the burnt orange, and which I thought I had the regular orange with big twist, but if I do, I overlooked it. But so I dug out my Red Heart Super Saver yarn and made it with that, but I prefer big twist.
Yeah, if I have to choose between those two, I definitely go with Big Twist. I've heard a lot of people though talking about and of course there's not a lot of colors. The new mainstay that Walmart has, they've got a new anti-pilling, but they've only got like 4 or 5 colors, I think, and they've got a sparkle yarn, and it's supposed to be softer than Super Saver and like on par with Big Twist. I haven't fooled with it yet. I've only had like the older mainstay that's just, you know, like Super Saver, just cheaper. Of course, I don't have a very big stash either, says the girl who just had to get more cubes.
And let's see, Issa is saying she's doing good. She started to knit. I guess okay, I got it now. She started to knit. I guess two projects: a baby hat and an arm glove. Aw, that's nice. But yeah, I'm trying to work on designing another knitted Halloween beanie if Allie lets me.
Well, you know, you have to
And
do what the cats want.
and really, I should have been able to get it, get it finished this week, but I don't think I will.
Well, it's hard to do anything when your back hurts. Pain will throw you for a loop.
So between that and Allie, I don't feel like I'm getting much done.
She's supervising.
Oh, and she'll get mad. You try to put her down, she'll start hissing, trying to bite at you.
Poor neglected kitty, you know.
She is not.
Never gets any attention, never gets love, never gets food or water, you know, the whole thing that they always try to tell you.
Because she'll sleep with me all night long. And then, like, if I'm going to sit down after I get up, there she is. Okay, let's see. You want to go ahead and ask the first question?
Sure. Me. Okay. Question number one. Have you ordered or bought, you know, physical or online or whatever, any yarn lately? What type? What colors? Do you have plans for them? Now, me, I don't have plans for my yarn when I buy it. I buy yarn and then it eventually tells me what it wants to be. Like, well, except for cotton. Cotton, I know, is going to be some kitchen item. So, but I have bought some lately. And now I can't think of the name of it. I can see it. It's beautiful. It's shiny. It's got a glisten to it.
Ooh.
It's like a variegated sort of a yarn. It's purple and green. Oh, for Pete's sake. It's a Lion brand.
Is it the True Blue?
No, 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 no. I'm going to slide over here and go get it because it's going to bug me if I don't get it.
Let's see, Teresa's here. Hi, Teresa. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Oh, and thank you. Teresa says she loves my background. And Isla says that she went to show hubby an estate sale notification. Ooh, I love estate sales. Ooh, yard sales, thrift stores. And Teresa's wondering, oh no, it's not Moroccan Nights.
No, and actually, I forgot. Instead of buying the Lion brand one, I bought the Red Heart one, the Unforgettable. I don't know if
That's
the
pretty.
color will show up right on my little laptop, but it's got a sheen to it, and it's so soft. It's dragonfly is the color. I don't know what it's going to be, but I might just have it on my shelf and stare at it for a while because
Yeah,
it's so pretty.
I love those type of yarns. Well, for me, the yarn that I've gotten recently is mostly stuff for my, basically stuff for my blankets. Whenever I run out of yarn, and I keep doing so. Um, this past week, I had to make an order from Joann's for some more big twist yarn. Um, I ordered two skeins of the sapphire for my temperature blanket, and then I ordered two skeins for the bubble gum because I know I'm going to be needing that for more of that for the blanket that I'm designing. But I'm still going to need more.
Well, I know I love me some big twists too. For as far as value yarns go, I've got a blanket that I'm making for the hubby. It's all done in an joined extended double crochet, so it's very smooth, and it's a light gray, a stripe of red, a stripe of black, little stripes, and then a big section of dark gray. It's like the grays are big sections and the other stripes are very small. So, and I'm going to have a border around the outside. No, there's not a pattern. It's just, that's just what I started this year. And I can definitely see my progression crocheting because I just learned this year the difference between when I started and what I'm doing now. It's a lot better now.
Awesome. But yeah, like for me, I took advantage of they have the 4 for $10 for the big twist. And I don't know if some of y'all heard about this, but like yesterday, evidently yesterday, some people were posting in Facebook groups that some of the totes they were able to get those for $10 too. And it seemed like certain areas. would let you do it and the other areas wouldn't.
Hmm.
I don't know. Um, I tried seeing and it just said it was out of stock on them, so I couldn't do it. But but yeah, some people were getting some sweet totes for really cheap. And let's see, Teresa is working on a witch hat. Awesome.
Cool.
Are you doing the bag o' day one, Teresa? Oh, and Isola loves your yarn, Deborah. And let's see, we have Kim here, Diana, Nisi. How are y'all doing today? And what are y'all currently working on? And let's see. Okay, I got everything. But yeah, if anyone in the chat has ordered yarn lately, let us know what type of yarn you got, what color, and even what y'all plan to make with it if y'all know. And let's see, Chris is here now too. Hi, Chris. How are you today? And what are you currently working on? Nisi says her boys are home tonight, so I can't really type much. Boy Scouts got canceled tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and Short Crochet is here. And oh, what's your first name? Short Crochets. And it's nice to meet you. And I'm glad you checked out my live. And how are you today? And what are you currently working on? And Teresa says it was the Bodwitch hat, but one strand, small hook, so taking forever. Yeah. And it's like some projects just feel like they take forever. They really do.
Someone suggested that I've got a whole bunch of that Just Chenille that Dollar Tree had out for a while. I have a whole bunch of it in black. Someone suggested that I should do a witch's hat with that. It would certainly be squishy.
Ooh, Chris is about to eat some chocolate.
Mm.
Ooh. Ooh,
Send some this way.
yeah, what type of chocolate? Is it just chocolate or is it like a pie, a cake?
Or brownies.
Okay. Okay, so it's Shorday. Okay. Awesome. Glad to hear you're doing great. And Shorday's working on a loofah and just a swatch for a sweater, going back and forth. Oh, nice. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next question. And let's see. Have you ever seen anything struck by lightning? Um, I actually haven't actually seen anything struck, but I do think our mulberry tree in our front yard must have gotten struck by lightning at some time because there's like this black mark on it that kind of looks like it. And from what I recall, my sister would know for sure. She's the one that like tends to know everything, like anything to go on with the family. She usually knows. But from what I remember, my grandpa on my dad's side got struck by lightning, and he lived from it. But like I said, I don't really know that much about my grandpa because he died before I was born.
Mm.
But that and then growing up, there was a house on the end of one of the blocks, and there was kind of like nothing really in that area. But this house had a chimney. It was like I think the only house on the street with a chimney. And like that chimney got struck by lightning like multiple times because I mean that house like must have caught on fire like two or three times. Like in my childhood living on that street. I
Wow.
mean it was crazy. And how about you, Deborah?
I've never seen anything actually struck. I've seen it in videos. Um, different like car cam videos, like Wham Bam Tesla Cam and a couple of others. They have actually had entire episodes where they'll show where car, oh gosh, dash cams. The word wouldn't come to me. Dash cams have caught things getting struck by lightning, and that was kind of fun to watch. But I've never seen it in person.
Let's see. So has anyone watching experienced anything with where they witnessed lightning striking anything?
Okay, dear.
Sharday says she's been surfing live streams today while she's working. Teresa wants to know how my back's doing. It's not doing that great. like especially before I went live, it was hurting pretty bad. And it's like overall it's better than what it was doing, but it kind of goes back and forth.
I think you need to see you doctor or chiropractor or someone with a magic wand. Poof.
I really need to get an MRI done on it. But then even with that, I don't know really how much they can really do for me.
Well, depends on what they see in the MRI.
And I know my doctor suspects sciatica.
Ah,
But like if I when I turn like sideways and stuff, there's times I like I'll walk up in my hips and
ouch.
like whenever I sleep at night, if I go to turn, it's there's times that it's like really painful just to turn. Or I'm trying to get up in the morning and it's like I'm trying to like straighten my back and I can't for a while.
Mm,
Or like sometimes I'll start to and then it's like I fall back down.
that's not good. No bueno. I
And
get like that sometimes, but it's mostly because I'm old. I'm just stiff. I sound like Rice Krispies in the morning. Crack.
so it's like I don't know. I just wish it would stop hurting because I feel like I'm not doing able to do the things I want to do right now, and it's just like I feel like I'm getting behind on things.
And the problem with back pain a lot of the times is if you end up not being able to move a lot and you get stiffened up, it makes it even harder to get it loosened back up again. It ends up exacerbating itself. My hubby has found that out. He has back problems and has disc issues. And if he doesn't get up and move and walk and stuff, it gets worse. And I'm like, yeah, gotta get up. Even if my behind is at my desk 10 hours a day, you need to be up moving around.
Teresa says back pain is the worst. And really and until you experience it yourself, you don't understand it. Because I know like before I had issues, you hear people say, "Oh, my back hurts," and you're just like, "Oh, just keep on," And it's like, but when you experience it yourself, you realize sometimes you can't push through.
That's right. Split my arm.
Let's see, Jenny's here. Hi, Jenny. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on?
Oh, and I see Jenny talks about gout in her foot and knees. Yes, I have to take medicine to help prevent gout attacks, and I've had to take it since my early 20s. That's just something that runs in my family. And you have a gout attack, even air touching you hurts.
Ooh.
It's so people don't understand what a gout attack feels like. Yeah, but at least that's something that you can you can deal with and get rid of usually without any major medical intervention, sometimes they have to cut open your toe and squeeze the stuff out. Crystals that form on your joints. Yeah,
And really, and when it comes to any medical conditions, usually people really don't understand it unless they experience it themselves.
that is so true.
So it's like, when someone tells you they feel a certain way, it's like believe what they're telling you, because you know just because you've never experienced it doesn't mean that they're not going through that.
Exactly.
And let's see. Yeah, I think Chris is saying that I probably have a bad disc. And you see, like I do know, this was probably like 15 years ago. I remember, like, and it happened to me like twice, and I think it was like a few months apart. But I never like had this happen afterwards, where I literally like had a pain shoot down my leg that dropped me to the floor.
Mm.
Like I
Mm-mm.
was standing up, and it dropped me to the ground. And but I never, it basically happened those couple of times, and that was it. And the only other thing that happened to me too was, this was about 10 years ago. Me and Frank had gone to the water park, and afterwards, like my tailbone area would hurt a lot. And like if whenever I would like uh, sit and get up from a core, it would be really painful. And it did this for a few months, and then it stopped. And I mean, it wasn't a blue moon. It would kind of like get agitated if I sat too long or something like that. But like, then all of a sudden, like about the past year, but I did slip and fall back in December, and I think that's what's really got my back out of whack. And let's see. Teresa says she had to do an exercise for years to help her back straighten the core. Yeah, like, and I've been through physical therapy, and the sad thing is I never really noticed any difference. Let's see, we have Spring here. Hi, Spring. How are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? Yeah, Teresa saying her son has herniated disc, and there's nothing he can do but surgery. And that's what's bad a lot of times with back problems. And even surgery, there's no guarantee, and it can actually make it worse.
Yeah, depending on what they find, what they have to do, and a lot of other factors.
Let's see. Jenny says she's about to make an Afghan. Ooh, awesome. And let's see. Jenny says she slipped and fell on her front porch and hit her tailbone, broke it. Ow, ouch. And they told her there was nothing they could do for a broken tailbone. I'm 50 and suffer to this day. Ooh, ouch.
That is true. There's it's not like you can set it. I'm just trying to picture somebody trying to set a tailbone. I just yeah, I put a cast on it, you know.
Teresa says Spring is working on everything. She's awesome.
Spring does everything. And she works
Yeah,
with that little teeny tiny thread. And I'm just like, I'm in awe watching her do her stuff.
she tested my crochet alien beanie, and now she's working on my pumpkin plaid knitted beanie. So, and that is one thing. My plaid pumpkin beanie. That one, I finished writing it up today and I sent it to all my testers. So that one should be coming hopefully pretty soon. And I'm still waiting on my testers for the alien beanie, which I have two finished now, and one should be close to being finished. So after she finishes it, I'm probably gonna make the rest of the tweaks I need to make to it, and then release the pattern. I still have a few others that are testing too, which once they get done, if I need to address anything, then I would add that in.
You
And
must just come up with patterns nonstop, just all these ideas you come up with. I can't write anything down that I do. And when I follow a pattern, I'm not really good at following a pattern. And well, I end up kind of veering off and doing my own thing. No problem. The pattern writers aren't the problem. It's me. And I get that. And I own it. Just, I guess I'll get better at it as time goes on, being able to follow step by step. I did finally follow, and now I have made several of the divine hats, the crochet, the pattern that everybody makes. I think Fiber Spider has a tutorial on it, but I didn't watch it. I went and I found the free pattern. And I went, I can do this. And I did it.
awesome. And let's see. Jenny wants to know how I made this cute Halloween hat. This is a pattern I found on Ravelry. I did not design this one. um, I can put the link for the pattern in my next video, because normally after I wear a hat, my next regular video I try to put the links if there's one for the hats that I've been wearing. Or you could also send me an email, Jenny. My email's scrolling right here, just another stitch 2020 at gmail.com. You can send me an email, and my email is also in the description box of all my videos. And if you send me an email, I can email you back with the link for this pattern. But I did make a little like changes to the original pattern. Well, I did the coloring differently for one. And in the original pattern, there's like kind of designs in like between the ghost and the black. But I didn't really care for that, so I kept mine solid in between the ghosts. But yeah, if anyone wants the link, just send me an email. And I will put it in when I do my Knitting Friday video. I'll put the link for it in that video. Thanks everyone for the compliments. Which actually, speaking of like projects and stuff, it reminded me. I do want to remind everybody that my finished project video will be October 15th. So if y'all haven't submitted y'all finished project pictures, y'all need to get them to me ASAP, because after like the end of the day tomorrow, I can't guarantee that they'll make the video for this month.
I am so stinking forgetful with stuff like that. I'm like, I need to send this and I need to send that. And yeah.
I mean, like if you send it to me on the 15th and I haven't, I still can add them to the video. I will, but I can't. Like I said, it just depends. But I will do a video to the 15th of every month. So if y'all don't get on this video, there's always the next one. But yeah, get y'all pictures to me. Y'all can either email them to me, or y'all can post them in my Facebook group. And yeah, here's my link here. Nightbot dropped it.
Ooh.
And that's also That's also in the description box of all my videos too. Then October 25th is my fall themed video. And for that video, if you're not familiar with what's gonna happen on that one, basically you send pictures of anything fall or Halloween related. It could be, and I'm not talking about like crochet knitting stuff. I'm talking, I mean, I can include it in that video, but but basically, I'm referring to like your 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 decorations for your house that are fall or Halloween, like outdoor decorations, pumpkin patches, like carving pumpkins, the fall the leaves changing colors, nature pictures of fall, stuff like that. But the only thing is, on these videos, don't include children in your in your pictures, because I think YouTube don't want you doing that, and I just don't think it's a good idea, me personally. Like, when it comes to including other people's children's in videos. And then
Well,
November 1st will be another pet video.
I
So
don't
yes,
intend to go out and locate any children to put in my pictures. And I just threw some yarn in Crafty Crochet Corner Jenny's window because I did not have her on my subscribe list and she's trying to get 50 subs. So, gotcha.
and if anyone is watching that's not subscribed to my channel already, I would really appreciate it if y'all threw some yarn in my window too. And
Mine
also,
too.
if y'all haven't checked Debra's channel out, check her out and throw yarn in her window.
Yeah, I'm doing Vlogtober/Crochettober this month. So there's a lot more videos than usual this month. Most of them are really short because I do work full time and do a lot of overtime. So yeah, but I am committed myself, and maybe I should be committed to doing a video a day.
And let's see. Jenny's saying when she gets to 50 subs, she will be doing a yarn giveaway. Nothing like bag a day, but it will be nice. So I take it you must have a channel, Jenny. Um, Let me write this down, because typically I do shout out Thursday videos, but I hadn't been doing them the last few weeks, and I doubt I do it this week because I have the finished project videos, and anyone that submits pictures that's a content creator, I usually link them in that video, so it kind of acts as a shout out video. But hopefully next week I'll get back to doing the shout out videos. So I'm gonna put you down for a shout out.
Thank you, Daigo.
Let me get
And I do shout outs. Like I do a weekly video. That's like my standard video I do every week. And at the end of that, I do usually some yarny people shout outs. And I always have at least one non-yarny shout out because we're interested in a lot of things, not necessarily just yarn related, although, if I could work yarn into it, I'm going to. But yeah, I do that too because it's fun. It's fun to help people explore things that you like. It's like, here, let me share this with you. Let's all enjoy it. You never know what I'm going to be shouting out, though. I have a lot of varied interests.
Let's see. Diana's asking if the hat pattern is on Ravelry. Are you referring to the hat I'm wearing right now? This hat, I did not design this hat. Someone else did. It is on Ravelry. I think it may have ghost in the title. So if you type like ghost hat, you can probably pull it up. But I think theirs is kind of like more like white with black, and it has like little things in between the ghosts. It looks a little different. Um,
Thank you, Sade. And I found her by actually typing it in all as one word, Crafty Crochet Corner, space, Jenny, and it came up. Sometimes YouTube is really, really specific. So that's how I found it. That's why I was over here typing on something, had to take my glasses off so I could see my phone. Age, it's a thing. So, and I thought I saw Trisha come by. Hi, Trisha.
Hopefully I don't have trouble finding Jenny's channel. It's what's bad is like I'm in StreamYard, so like I can't really click on like how normally you can easily do that. Let's see, Trisha's here. Let's see. Yeah. Hi Trisha, how are you doing today? And what are you currently working on? My my back's a little better, Trisha, but it's still bugging me. Okay, where was I? Ooh, Teresa says her yard and house is awesome. That she'll send some pics. Her husband did it. Yes, and that's one thing. I'm hoping like I get people that send pictures of like the really cool like outdoor decorations and stuff. Because I mean, like some people really go all out decorating.
There's somebody about a mile from me that has about a 20-foot tall skeleton thing in their yard. Yeah. And I think its eyes line up too. So when you drive by at night, you see this thing. But I don't go out much, so don't get to take a picture of it.
And for those wondering about Debra's channel link, it's right here. Go Crochet posted her link. So yeah, check her out. And okay, Jenny saying she does have a channel. So yeah, y'all go check Jenny out too. She's a new channel. She needs our love and support. Let's help her get up there. Isla says I haven't been able to film lately. My household has been getting loud lately. Yeah, I mean, like there's times that you can't always do the videos like how you want to. Because there's times that I miss a video during the week or my video is a day or two late, and every now and then like canceling a live.
I've only done one live of my own, and that was sort of an impromptu thing. I had the hubby and a friend here, and I was like, well, let's try it. And I popped on for like 30 minutes. I don't have a moderator. I don't know what time I would do the things, so I haven't done any more. One of these days, I guess I'll do some. But yeah. Okay, good. You found her. Awesome.
Okay, good.
And yes, I talk with my hands a lot. I even do it when I'm on the phone. I do it in my videos. My husband has said if I had to sit on my hands, I couldn't talk. So there's that.
And Teresa saying we've got a graveyard and a scary tree monster and lights. Oh, awesome!
I want to see it.
And I'm hoping that like more people start to send in pictures for that video. And let's see. Jenny says she loves to do lives because editing is a pain. Yeah, but it is when you're first learning, but once you learn what you gotta do, it's not hard. And what's nice about editing is if you goof, you can just take it out. And I have days when I do my videos where it's just like there's days I struggle, and I'm just like, okay, for the 10th time now.
The thing that helps me is years ago in like a previous life, for 7 years, I did very small town, don't think big things, radio. And I had a friend that worked at the station, and we had to do a lot of news. And the thing was, I was like super new at it and I was very, very shy. You'd never know it now, but I was like, I'm so shy and I'm so scared, but I loved radio. Um, we had to read the news, a lot of news, and you could not bust up during your news. My friend that worked there had been in broadcasting for years. The little town that we were in, he had retired to, and he was doing this for fun. He would do his darndest to try to make me bust up. Never did. One time, there was a fire. Now, mind you, we were 3 little radio stations all together. I mostly did the FM station. The AM station transmitter was about 8 feet to my left and behind glass. And the person who was mostly on that station was in front of me about 10 feet facing me, but we were separated by a glass. He could see me if I waved at him, but that was it. And my transmitter was out in a cow field. Literally, we were in a cow field. The AM transmitter caught fire. And I'm reading news and I can't stop because my station isn't affected and I have to keep reading the news for 7 minutes for an automated system to grab something else. So I see this out of the corner of my eye and I'm like, but I keep reading and I'm trying to get Skip was his name, trying to get his attention. And I'm waving at him and he doesn't see because he's on the phone talking to somebody, blah, blah, blah. So I start throwing a pen at him and something else. And I finally get his attention and I'm pointing like this and I'm still reading about the news and coming up, we'll have the weather, and he finally gets up and looks and he goes silently, of course, we've all been doing this a bit. And he goes and gets the fire extinguisher and puts it out. But yes, you learn to just keep it on an even keel. There's nothing about me that is even keel, but in those instances, you just do it. Yes, smoke, flame, and fireballs.
And Sade Crochet says, I'm like you, Debra. I did a few lives, but I'm not wanting to do them more often.
It's a matter of when are you going to do them? Because there's so many great content creators out there that do lives that you don't want to miss, So when do you put yourself on so that you're not interfering with somebody?
I need to
3 a.m.? Sorry, I'm sleeping then.
I know that's the bad thing. It's like you're always going to, interfere with someone else's life. And it's like, and more and more people are becoming content creators. So it gets harder and harder.
I mean, which is great in one way because this is a really awesome community. I have found so many fantastic people in this community. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And, you don't want to step on somebody's toes, but if you want to be a creator, yes, bring it in. Let's see what you're doing. Put up a video. I will watch you, give you a like, and do all that stuff. Teresa, not only how is the biscuit, where's the biscuit?
He's in the living room. Sophie's on him.
Sophie's holding him down.
Sophie wants attention because Allie's been hogging me. So, like, poor Sophie's not getting as much attention. And she can't really get on me when Allie's on me because Allie will throw a temper tantrum. And that's how I got my face scratched up last week. So, yeah, so whenever she can claim Frank, she does. And they look so sweet in there. But like one thing too though, like when it comes to like stepping on toes, the bottom line is like going live. Like a lot of people say, you pick a time and you just do that time. And sometimes people will watch you, and other times they'll watch someone else. They can always watch you on replay. So it's kind of like, tonight's been a slower night for me, but my next live I may have like 20 people. you just don't know.
You never
And
know what's going on out there.
and then the amount of people that watch on replay may be more on this live. So you can never really you never really know. And let's see. Issa was saying that YouTube changed its rules on mobile apps. You only need 25 followers to go live. Then YouTube archives to private. You can make it public. And I never understand why like they had that whole rule with the phones. To me, you should be able to go live from them too. Your subscriber count shouldn't matter.
Yeah, well, you don't want me to give my real thoughts on that.
Kind of like the whole community tab too. I don't
Hmm.
understand why. And then like those that have 500 subscribers are supposed to get it. Like, and really, we were supposed to get it yesterday.
Really?
Now, yeah, I saw that online, and I know Linnea. I saw she got hers today, but so far I haven't gotten mine.
Huh.
But once I get mine, look at
Is it just subscriber count, or are they looking for watch hours too, like they do for the
for what
monetization?
for what I understand, it's just subscriber count
I am almost to 500.
because it
I'm
was
so close.
it used to be you had to have 1,000,
Yeah.
but they're supposed to be doing so I don't know. I'm hoping it's just a case where it's taking them a while to activate everyone.
Nothing ever rolls out all at once. It really can't. It's just a really huge undertaking. So I get that. Maybe they're
But
hitting the people who've had 500 longer first. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Just
But
speculating.
like I'm like, yeah, I want my community tab. Let's see. Trish is
Yeah,
wondering.
Sade, that's what I've seen. It's like a lot of people who do a lot of lives, they get their hours really, really quickly. So that, if I eventually can eke up closer to 1,000 subscribers, I may have to carve out some time for liveage.
It made a big difference for me because now I'm a little over 2,800, so I'm almost at 3,000 in my
That's
watch
awesome.
hours. But I'm like, without going live, I'm like, how do people get their watch hours?
Got to keep them on. So people, please stay. Don't leave. You know you want to stay. Trisha says, I still have to figure out how to go live, maybe when I have a month off work. If you have a laptop, I don't know about these new rules with the phone, but if you have a laptop, you can go live straight away, just by doing it from the laptop. Go to the Creator Studio and bloop 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 do live, because that's how I did mine. Or you can do StreamYard. You can even do StreamYard from your phone, I think, and go live.
Trish is asking, how did Frank get the nickname Biscuit? Basically, we were just clowning around one day, and I think we were talking about bread. Then, or I forget. Hold up. We were either talking about bread first or nicknames first. And then all of a sudden, Frank just comes out and says, "Call me the Biscuit." And we both just started busting out laughing. And I was like, "Hi, the Biscuit. I like that. It's sticking."
Now you're going to have to get an I Love the Biscuit tattoo.
I'm trying to get some of the Biscuit merch
That's
for my
awesome.
merch store. Oh, that's another thing too. Y'all don't know. I now have a merch store. Right now, it's like I have like coffee cups, tumblers, tote bags, t-shirts, like sweatshirts, hoodies, long sleeve shirts, stuff like that. And right now all my merch has is just another Stitch logo. I'm hoping I'll be able to have some alien uh merch.
You need an alien crocheting.
That's
That's what
what I'm
you need.
trying to get. There's a few people that are trying to work up on drawing some stuff, like an image for me to use, which I'm hoping that the images that they draw will work, because I know like Lisa with Coping with Yarn, her daughter, had worked on an image and it was real grainy. So we're trying to see if she can like do it bigger and
What you
hopefully.
need, you don't need something bigger. You need something that is, you need the vector based image of it. Because with a vector based image, it can be this tiny or it can be as big as a billboard and it'll be just as sharp anyway. The problem is when you make it into a JPEG or a GIF or GIF, however you want to say it, or oh, what am I thinking? Hello, or a PNG, it's only going to look clear at its original size or smaller than its original size. But you need a vector based graphic in order to scale up and have it not look pixelated. Sorry, hubby used to be a graphic designer and I learned a lot of stuff. And he did desktop publishing years ago. So yes, I can even identify some fonts now without thinking about it.
Maybe you can help me with like once with the pictures.
You know, the thing is, I have an image in my head of what your thing should be with the alien, but I can't draw. And I don't know how to use those software things to make the drawings that are vector based and stuff. I just have no clue. Matter of fact, I don't think we even own any of the software anymore because he used to have CorelDRAW, which is how he did all of his images. But the last version he had was from like 12 or 15 years ago. Things have changed. It won't even run on my slowest laptop on the planet.
Okay, Sade. Okay, Sade was asking about monetization. You need 1,000 subscribers to be monetized and 4,000 watch hours.
In a rolling year. It's
Yeah,
not just 4,000 total, it's 4,000 in the last 365 days. So if you get like 3,500 and then you don't put out any content and nobody clicks on your stuff for a while, and some of that drops off from being more than a year ago, eh, you're
and
done.
the funny thing is, most people get their subscriber count first, but I think I'm going to be the opposite. I think I'm going to get my watch hours first.
Well, that'll be good because then once you tick over on those subscribers, boom, you got it. Because a lot of times, you know, for those of us who don't put out a ton of content, we don't do a ton of lives, it's hard to get those hours.
But I don't know though. Like lately, the last few months, I haven't gotten a lot of new subscribers. So I don't know. At first, I thought I might get monetized by the end of the year, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna have the subscribers, but you never know.
For me, it's coming in fits. And like I just started going to, I don't know if you're familiar with the Garden State Gardener, Joe. He goes into Lisa's lives a lot. He's a super nice guy. He mostly has gardening stuff on his channel. On Sunday nights, he does a live and it's giveaways. It's a 2 hour giveaway fest. And he doesn't just give away garden stuff. He knows he has a lot of crocheters in his community. I won an anniversary cake from him, y'all.
Oh,
The big honking, and it was purple, and I already got it. And but just from there and just participating in the conversation and stuff, some people went ahead and subscribed to me. So I've got some people from a different community. I subscribe to them, so I'm learning about gardening and stuff. I have a black thumb. I can't grow anything,
I'm the
but
same way.
I'd like to. I've killed cactus. I, it's bad. But yeah, she's right. It will happen. Jenny, don't give up. Matter of fact, like I said, I added you and I will start watching you. Once I get to know your content a little bit, I'll give you a shout out. And yeah, you might pick up one or two from me, but there are other people that once they see, and then it starts to snowball and it gets bigger because you end up going to somebody's live and they see your name and they go, oh, okay, let me check this person out. And it's just one big community, and you eventually stumble upon people.
And that's the thing is like you just got to keep plugging at it. And the main thing is to you really just need to enjoy the community. That's the main thing because we all put all this emphasis on getting monetized, and it's really not what it's cracked up to be. I mean, unless you're like a huge channel like Bad Your Day or something like that, you know, my cat's meowing.
Unless you're a big channel like Bag a Day, you're not making a ton of money. And
Yeah,
they don't
because
even send you a check. I think it's all digital now, but a check until you get $100. So it's like, even if you like got, $35 one month or whatever, you're not even getting that until you get 100 because they're not going to bother to issue it to you. So it might, give you like some money for some extra yarn or a
because
giveaway or two. I just think it would be fun to be in that category, just to be like, yes.
because the funny thing is that like I know like Ella from No Catchy Name said it took her like 6 months to draw her first check, and like
Wow.
you can't draw your first check until you reach 100.
That's right.
So 6 months to make $100. And I know I think Barbara with Crochet Therapy, she's been monetized I think almost a year now. Because I think she got monetized around the time, I think it's a little under a year, but I think she's fixing to draw her second check.
Wow.
So that's basically, like $100 every 6 months. So it's not like you're gonna really make the money.
You're not going to be rolling in it. That's for sure.
No. But it's like it's funny because it's like it's a status symbol on YouTube. Like, oh, I'm monetized.
I just think it would be cool because there are people, and there are not probably not as many in the YouTube community, in the crochet community, because this is just a niche thing. But there are lots of YouTubers who make lots of money, but it's not just from YouTube money. They have
Mhm.
sponsorships and deals. Like there's a news channel that I watch that I've been watching for years, and he started off as just kind of this guy with an attitude problem, Philip DeFranco. He has really turned in. He started up SourceFed, which was a legitimate news network. Then his whole kit and caboodle got bought by Discovery, and then he bought it back. And most of what he makes is on people and companies that sponsor the show because he's news. A lot of his stuff gets hit and demonetized and gets taken away from the algorithm so that it doesn't get promoted. So most of the people that make their money off of YouTube are making it in other ways, just sort of YouTube adjacent. Um,
Mhm.
I'd just like to, make enough money to do some more giveaways and stuff and maybe buy some more yarn.
That's where I'm like, either to help support my yarn habit, or like to do with giveaways and the shipping and that type of stuff.
Yes, the shipping.
Okay, Teresa, I do have playlists. Like I have one playlist of all my Crochet Tuesday videos, like one of my Knitting Friday videos, like my knitting tutorials. I have one crochet tutorials, and I have like a few other breakups on playlists that I have. But I do have playlists.
But do you have one of all of your videos?
I don't think so.
Do that because some people will run playlists. Matter of fact, if like I am a YouTube premium subscriber, all that means is I don't get commercials. But the people who are monetized, they're not penalized because I have YouTube premium. They just get like pennies of the, the YouTube premium money. Because the hubby and I hate watching commercials, and we use YouTube for most of our entertainment. We watch a lot of videos. But sometimes I'll run people's playlists if they're asking to have their playlist run, and I'll find whatever their longest playlist is, put it on double speed, and just turn my phone over and let it run when I'm sleeping or something. So they'll end up, if I have an 8-hour sleep night, if they have that much content, they could get up to 16 hours of playtime because I'm running it at double speed. And that still counts. Most of the videos that I watch while I'm working, and I use watch loosely because I'm kind of watching with one eye and watching my work with the other, but I listen at either 1 3/4 speed or double speed, depending on the person. Some people's accents, I can't do double speed because I just struggle. Like Sabrina Melodus, she's a sweetheart, but I can't understand her at double speed. And that's how I do it. That's how I manage to keep up with most people's videos. And I'm still usually a day behind. Ask Connie, she'll get a comment on her video and a like and comment, and it's a day behind. And that's something else. When you watch somebody's videos, you have to feed the YouTube algorithm. And that means telling YouTube what you like, which means liking that video. Even if all you do is like, a lot of people watch on their TV, and you can't comment when it's on the TV unless you pull it up on your phone. Comment, like, that helps the algorithm to give it to other people. That way you get recommended below their video sometimes when you're watching, somebody else. So yeah, just help out your favorites. If you like somebody, even if you can't support them monetarily, like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTube-y things. And someday we'll all get monetized.
You download StreamYard. It's basically, you go to StreamYard.com, and it's basically like setting up an email account. You're not actually downloading anything to your computer. But it's a little, it's basically like setting up an email account. It's the best way I can describe it. And let's see.
It's really easy. Hi, David.
Yeah. Let's see. I see.
Didn't even see you sneak in there. Right there, right on my screen.
Here. How are y'all doing today? And I hope you start feeling better, Lisa. I'm trying to skim some of the comments. I'm behind.
I know. I tend to just start yapping, and then the comments are like, woo.
Let's see. It's like I was planning to wrap about an hour, and I'm going more than what I was intending. Let's see.
Oh, and Trisha, yes, the Amazon gift cards. And I won Trisha's, giveaway that she had recently. Thank you, Trisha. And I bought cubes with it. And I showed my new cubes in one of my recent videos, one of my Vlogtober videos, because, I set it up because I had one set. I needed another set, had to make it bigger so I could have more stuff. And it was awesome.
Let's see.
Oh, and anyways, watching my hands move and stuff here. I just brought some cotton with me, and I'm just doing some front post, back post, and then skip a row, and then front post, back post. I'm making a washcloth, I guess.
Trisha, it's like I'm behind those videos. It's like it's hard to keep up, and like there's so many awesome content creators that it's impossible to watch everyone's videos. It's like you just watch what you can when you can.
And if you don't have Trisha's channel, pick it up, because the woman can tell a story. I love listening to Trisha's stories and her trivia stuff. I don't knit, but she crochets too. Hey, the knitting thing is still magic. No, you guys, y'all just have two magic wands that you do stuff with, and my brain just cannot do that. But definitely pick up Trisha, because I think she would be fun to hang out with and people watch with and have our own little running commentary.
I think Trisha wants to spend a day with my cats.
Well, yeah.
David says he wants to get a cheeseburger.
No, I already had my dinner. Well, when I make meatloaf, because it is just the two of us, for some reason, I don't know how to cook for just two people. I made a meatloaf that was probably 4 pounds. I'm not even kidding. But then after I cook it, I cool it down, cut it into more manageable chunks for two people, freezer bags in a big freezer bag in the big freezer. So when we want meatloaf, pull it out, nuke it at like 50% and get it warmed up that way. Turns out yummy.
Trisha wants to spend a day with my cats. Good luck with Allie. I'll pick one Allie, but I'd be lost without my Allie kids. It's like she's just so funny how she does, and she can be really lovable or really ornery, or a combination.
That's just cat.
But anyway, we're gonna start wrapping things up. Is there anything you'd like to say before we say our goodbyes?
If you're asking me, I didn't know I was supposed to hold my tongue. So if y'all have watched my videos before, you know I run my mouth. It's what I do. But to let y'all know, just in case you didn't know, I do a vloggy video on Saturday, which is just kind of a wrap up, whips and foes and anything else that kind of happens. I'm doing Vlogtober right now and Crochettober, which is a video every day. They're usually really short, talking about the video that the blanket that I'm making every day. Tuesdays, I am doing snacks around the world, and there have been some doozies. And I do have a playlist for those, and they are coming up every Tuesday. I'm doing tutorials now. Those are on Fridays. And I'm going to have very soon, I don't know what days yet, tea tastings, because I got myself a Sip Spy subscription, just a little short one to try it out. So I'm going to try out some teas and talk about them and stuff because, I'm a fat chick. I like food. I like beverage. Oh, speaking of fat chicks, I also do review hauls when I go to Torrid and spend too much money too.
So yeah, if y'all haven't already done so, check Debra out. And I want to thank you, Debra, for coming live with me. And I want to thank everyone for watching today and those that will be watching on replay. And I love all you guys. And oh yeah, one last thing. If y'all haven't gotten y'all finished project pictures in, get them in. It's really best to have them in by the end of the day, tomorrow the 14th, because I'm doing the video on the 15th. So yeah, send me your pictures.
I hate to do that.
So anyway, I hope y'all have a yawning. I'm messing up. I hope y'all have a fabulous yawning evening and a fabulous yawning tomorrow. And be the light. And bye.
Bye. Thank you, Connie.
Oh, hi, Denise. We're going bye bye.